So Wuthering Waves has been out for a year now, and the game's in the best spot it's ever been. So whether you're brand new or coming back after a long break, this will be an updated guide to help you know what to focus on, which characters are worth building, and how not to waste your resources. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is the story. After unlocking your first Resonance Nexus in the game, you will have the option to do an early access and dive into Renesita without playing the 1.x story. You will be given a short summary about the story before 2.0 and go off from there. This is a very important decision to make because if you're ever planning to go back after finishing or even experiencing 2.0, just know that it will ruin your experience. The pacing, voice acting, music, and storytelling in the beginning of 1.0 doesn't even come close to Renesita. But whatever you choose, you can skip the early story of 1.0 until a character named Scar shows up. Everything after that will be so much better. So after unlocking the Convene feature or the Gacha feature, you will have a discounted banner where you can do 5 multis and get a random 5-star standard character. If you get a 5-star early or by doing those 5 multis, you will then have another banner where you can select which 5-star standard character you want to get after doing 8 multis. Ideally, you want to get Verena and Encore. Yes, I know Colcharo looks cool, but he is not that good. As for Verena, she's a very good healer that also provides buffs, like 15% damage bonus and 20% attack through her outro and inherent skill. She also gives you a shield when a character reaches 1 HP, and she doesn't require a lot of investment and can be used in almost every team. As for Encore, she is a basic attack damage dealer, and the reason why this is good is because the best support for her is a free character that you get after 5 days of logging into the game, Sanwa. She is basically the queen of basic attack damage amplification, and once you get her to S6, she gives the team 20% attack on top of the 38 basic attack buff from her outro. Now, after reaching UL5, you will unlock a new event where you complete simple missions that give you rewards, and once completed, you can select another 5-star standard character. So getting Encore and Verena should be easy. And please don't use the premium currency that you get, aka Astrites, from playing on these standard banners, as you can get them from playing the game, and use your Astrites only on the limited characters and weapons. Now, this same event that gives you a free 5-star standard character will also give you a banner where you select a limited character from the 1.x roster, and it has the same gacha system as the limited banners. This meaning that you can lose your 50-50 on these banners, and this is only available to new accounts made after the 1-year anniversary. You are guaranteed a 5-star character after 80 pulls, but there is a chance that you lose your 50-50 and get a standard character. If you lose, then your next 5-star will be the guaranteed limited one. As for the weapons, they are guaranteed within 80 pulls. Your priority should be Shorekeeper. She is the best healer buffer, she increases your crit rate, she increases your crit damage, she gives you a revive. But if you don't want to get Shorekeeper and Verena is enough for you, I highly recommend getting Camellia. She's a sword user who excels at single target and multi-wave. And after reaching UL45, you get a free 5-star weapon selector. And your best picks from there are the sword and the pistol, because they give crit rate stats. As for the weapon banner, if you want to pull on one, I highly recommend getting the String Master, which is Yunling's signature, because it can be used on almost all Rectifier DPS characters and has some great universal stats. In this game, you can build teams consisting of 3 characters, and you can switch between them to chain attacks, trigger buffs. Most of these characters in the team fall into these roles: main DPS, sub DPS or support, and a healer. And each character has basic attacks, resonance skill, resonance liberation, which is their ultimate ability, and forte, their special ability, which is the bar above their health. And of course, intros and outros. This is done through gaining enough concerto, which is the circle near your health bar. And you can gain enough concerto through various ways, such as attacking with your abilities, dodging and parrying once you see the golden circle on the enemy and timing your attacks, which will reduce the white bar under their health, and after reaching 0, the enemy will enter a break or a stagger state. Echoes are like your Pokemon. They act as your customizable skill and provide both stat boost and unique abilities. You can get these echoes after defeating your enemies, and the rarity of those echoes increases the more you level up your databank. You can equip up to 5 echoes on each character, one main echo with an active skill that you can use in combat, and 4 sub echoes that provide passive stats and set bonuses. Equipping 2 or more echoes from the same set grants set bonuses. Echoes can be leveled up and tuned using tuners that you get for playing the game, events and exploration, which will increase their stats and power. The ideal starting point for farming decent 4-star echoes, which are the golden ones, is databank level 15. But if you can hold on, it's better to start farming them once you reach databank level 21. Then the gold echoes will be guaranteed. Note that there is a pattern for echo drops. Forecast echoes, which are mostly the overworld bosses, have a guaranteed drop every 2 runs, and this does not include your weekly guaranteed drops, meaning if you don't get the echo on the first run, the next one is guaranteed. And now the bosses respawn instantly, so you do not have to wait for a cooldown. As for 3-cost echoes, you have a guaranteed drop every 3 runs, so if you are farming for a certain echo in the overworld, for your characters, or for leveling up your data bank, don't kill every 3-cost echo in your way, because they might drop and ruin your chances of getting the one you want. You can also use the merge feature in your databank menu to merge the echoes that have a low rarity or a main stat that you do not want once you reach a higher databank level to get the echoes that might be useful for you. And stack as much modifiers as you can so later on you can change the main stat of your echoes. So as you're starting out, I don't recommend using your stamina or wave plates on anything other than your character talents and ascension materials. So don't use them on tacit fields where you can get echoes, because just as I explained, using your stamina to get echoes early in the game will be a waste because you can get high rarity echoes anyway. And make sure to keep your crystal solvents for when you can get your characters to at least level 60 or 70, so you can get more materials from spending your stamina. The game is already generous enough with its events that give a lot of materials, and you have the synthesis and converse feature in your menu, so you can converse materials that you don't use for ones that you do. You also have a stamina overcap reserve, so if you don't log in for a couple of days, your excess stamina will be stored, so don't worry if you miss a couple of days. So, if you are lazy like me, and you do not want to search for how to build a certain character, or what to use or prioritize, then this will be for you. After the release of 2.4, the game has a guide feature in the menu where you can get info about how to build your characters, which talents to prioritize, echo sets to use, and what stats they should have, and also other things like weapon, team members. You also have character trials so you can test your characters and learn how to use them, if you are willing to read, of course. So after the release of 2.0, exploration became a lot easier. You can just open the map, select the area you want to explore, and it would tell you what activities and events each area has to offer. Reaching certain percentages gives you rewards such as tuners, increasing your flying stamina, because yes, you can fly, and standard banner pulls. A really useful tool that you should know of is the loot mapper that you get after reaching level 1 in the Pioneer Association and Jinjo. This will be very, very helpful, especially in exploring the 1.x areas to find those chests. So I won't be diving too much into this because, well, it's endgame and you're just starting out. But right now, Wuthering Waves has 2 endgame modes. The first one is Tower of Adversity, which is mostly a single target mode where you fight a boss, sometimes a multi-wave of enemies that you have to beat in a certain time. And the second one is Wuthering Waves. This is a multi-wave mode where you choose certain buffs to help you get the most points. Both of these modes reset once every month. Oh, and you have holograms. I'll let you have fun with that one. So these are just some things that the game has recently added and I personally like to use to enhance my experience. First one is the auto sprint. You can activate and deactivate this option in the settings, so you don't have to dash every time you want to start running. Second one is the filters. If you are on PC, this is a new update where you can change how the game looks. Basically a built-in NVIDIA filter to enhance your immersion. And you can also change the brightness and contrast of the game. And speaking of immersion, the game has an immersion mode that you activate in the settings, but if you are on PC, you can just press Alt and C to activate or deactivate this mode. You can also change Rover's gender in the settings, but keep in mind you can only do this once every 24 hours. And that's everything you need to get started. I hope this helped make things a lot easier, especially if you're just starting out. If you found this helpful, feel free to leave a like, and if you've got any questions or want more tips, just drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you for watching.